Well, hi there. Welcome to the video. So today we're gonna be talking about the top 10 most iconic clips and or moments that basically just brought Fortnite up to the place where it is now. These are talking about different clips that right at the beginning of the game helped boost its popularity. The first ever rocket ride. We're talking about clips that basically propelled streamers into basically fame. These clips are some of the most important clips that have ever happened in Fortnite, and as nerdy as it is to say, these are what kind of helped propel this movement forward and make it into such a global phenomenon that it is today. Now, before we go any farther, make sure you are subscribed, and if you have already subscribed, make sure you turn on those notifications. Leave a like if you are ready for this, and let's go ahead and get in with number 10. So coming in at number 10, we have one of the moments that helped turn myth from this Paragon streamer that switched over to Fortnite into one of the biggest Fortnite players in the entire game, heading up Team TSM on the pro team. This is the moment that the first ever recorded building outplay actually happened to this magnitude. I don't know if you guys remember when this clip came out, but I sure do. Is when Summit 1G went up against Myth in a game, and basically this was god tier building at the time. Now people are literally ridiculous. This would be a standard play at best for anyone, but at the time that this came out, no one else was doing this. This is kind of what helped people realize that Fortnite can be more than just running around and shooting each other. This game can be about building. This game can be about strategy, outplays, everything like that, and this was the moment that proved it.
What the fuck? He keeps building higher. Stop building so fucking high! Stop it! Is this guy a fuck? What? What's happening? What just happened? He kept building up and building up and building up, and I couldn't catch him. 1400!
Now, a lot of you guys probably won't remember that clip, but honestly, it was one of the most insane moments I've ever seen on Fortnite at the time, and man, it's just crazy to see how far the game has come from there. Now, next up at number 9 was again way back when the game was brand new and pumpkin launchers were still out. The Halloween skins were on the market. The Gold Trooper and Skull Trooper were available for purchase, but at the same time, rocket riding had just been discovered. And not only that, Sacriel managed to pull off one of the coolest clips I think had ever happened at the time. This was not the first rocket ride, bear in mind. This was not the first rocket ride kill, but this clip is one of the top viewed, I believe it's in the top 5 for most viewed Twitch clips of all time in the Fortnite category, and definitely just helps this game explode once again, even more so in popularity than it already had at that point, just showing off with all kind of cool stuff you can do in this game.
Is that like there? Oh, wait. Okay, there.
Go quick.
Ready? Oh, no, go!
Oh!
I
saved one!
100% worth it. 100% worth it. Dear Lord.
So coming in at number 8 is probably the most heartwarming clip I've ever seen on the internet so far. This is actually the most viewed clip in the Fortnite category on Twitch, and this is Nadeshot finding a random duo in a game and getting into a game with him and just having one of the best moments I've seen between two gamers ever. This is awesome.
Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I tried my best. There were so many people on us.
That was my fault.
No, it wasn't your fault. We just ran into so many people at one time. That wasn't anybody's fault.
No, I dragged you down because you're like a pro and I'm just like this noob.
No, that wasn't it at all. We could have won that. We got really far together. That was great.
But I'm trash and we played with Ninja and stuff.
No, dude. Come on, man. It's not like that. Me and you were just having fun. We could have won that. You did a great job that entire time.
Oh.
I promise you did.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not crying, you're crying, okay? So coming up next, we have a clip from Cypher PK, who is personally one of my favorite people to watch play Fortnite just because of how creative he is with gameplay, how creative he is with editing, how fast he is at editing. And not only that, but he was the first person to ever successfully pull off a trap tower. And now this was back before he was really even getting very many stream viewers. He had a pretty decent following, but he definitely wasn't one of the top dogs or anything like that. But honestly, this clip was one of the clips that helped people realize how great and creative of a player he is, and actually kind kind of propel him into popularity that he has today, with a couple thousand people watching him every single time he starts up the stream. So this is just one of my favorite clips from him, and you guys have probably seen it before because the Trap Tower 1.0 was one of my favorites, but let's go ahead and run it back and see exactly what he did here.
Look how fast I build my trap tower now. It's like an art at this point, you know? Got him! Let's go, baby! Oh, we too quick with the trap tower. Hey, let's get some hype in the chat.
Like, bro, who even thinks of doing that in the first place, man? It's such a good idea. Just, oh my gosh. So coming in at number 6 is the moment where all the popular streamers basically started hopping on the Fortnite Battle Royale train, and this clip just basically perfectly exemplifies the kind of clips that were coming out of this situation and the reason why it was exploding in popularity and so many people were playing it. Basically, this is right after the launch pads, the boogie bombs had just come out, and one of the best clips, in my opinion, of all time, just in terms of funniness and reaction. The boogie bomb had just come out, people were chucking boogie bombs, making people dance, and this is basically the result of all of that happening.
Tim, this is all you. This ass.
I got it, bud. I got it.
I will. Holy shit, Tim.
You just stop shooting! Calvin, can you shoot him? I can't shoot him! Shoot the guy dancing! They can't!
Oh, Tim, kill him!
That's it, baby! What a way to end! Wow! What a game, dude.
Now, as with all games, Fortnite is not a game without its faults, and this next clip is going to perfectly exemplify most of the complaints about this game, and honestly, most of the complaints about any Battle Royale game, which is the shotguns not being consistent. Now, normally, you complain about getting like a 6-hit or a 9-hit with the shotgun. This case, it's a 95, but you guys are gonna see why this is the second most viewed Twitch clip of all time on Fortnite, just behind Nadeshot's clip.
I'm gonna say that the whole stream.
But why? So following that one up with a bigger fail is going to be very difficult, but when you have 39 kills in the game and you have the record for the most kills in a single game and you want that nice, clean, even 40 bomb, someone blowing themselves up in Daquan's face is probably not the thing you want to see.
Fucking live for this shit.
No! We'll count it as 40. We'll count it. So coming in number 3 is, rather than one singular clip, I'm just going to go ahead and use some of my own clips of using the guided rocket here, just because I love my own clips with the guided rocket. I want Epic to bring it back and just have it do 0 damage. Thank you, Epic. Anyway, other than that, basically the movement to bring the guided rocket out of the game and get it removed was kind of the first one ever kind of put into the game. This was the only item that they had ever removed that people were just not a fan of. And basically it was just a bunch of clips of streamers getting really, really easy kills with them, and people just eventually complained enough that Epic removed them from the game, which I agree, they really ruined the game. But personally, I just want the self-rocket riding feature back, and I'd be totally fine if you just use these missiles like a UAV dart and they actually did no damage on explosion. Let's go, dude! Oh my gosh! So coming in at number 2, you guys already know what it is. This is the famous Myth RPG snipe across the entire map. This is one of the top viewed clips of all time on Twitch, and for good reason, man. It's just so perfect. You can't ask for a clip better than this one.
You guys want to see the best RPG snipe of all time?
So obviously you guys knew what was coming in for number one because again, it's not one single clip. It's more of a movement of basically Fortnite and Ninja going hand in hand and kind of boosting each other up to these amazing, amazing heights. Ninja being the best player, Fortnite being the best game and the best platform that is out right now. Basically, they just boosted each other up and just hand in hand skyrocket the popularity. You cannot talk about iconic Fortnite anything without making reference and without making note of what Ninja has done for the game and what the game has done for Ninja, man. These guys, I mean, they've just absolutely killed it. And there's really, again, no certain clip I can show for this, but this is my favorite Ninja clip, me personally, of all time. So there it is, guys, my personal top 10 most iconic Fortnite moments of all time, whether it be clips, whether it be movements to get things removed, things added, just basically as a community coming together and kind of building up to this game. And it's been really, really crazy, honestly, to see. So if I missed any of your favorites, let me know in the comments down below what any of your favorites might have been. If I missed a certain play, if I missed a certain movement or something like that. I know one that might be coming up is the jetpack, but we don't know how that one's gonna end yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one up in the air. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for tuning in. If you did enjoy, make sure you do subscribe before you head out. Leave a like if you did enjoy. I will see you in the next one. Adios.